Hello and welcome to a Bergkamp Wonderland. I'm Gimli, and tonight I'll be joined only by the legend procedure that is Danny. Hello, Danny.
Oh, Jesus. You said at 2 o'clock we'll have a quick chat. It's now 4:18 a.m. Oh, I've got tears in my eyes.
I'm still drinking. It's not really good.
We're going down like one of Dom's groupies.
Oh, Jesus.
Can we say that?
No.
Oh, okay. Going up like one of Dom's groupies.
I was saying, we're going into the season swinging like Jason with a baseball bat.
Oh, no. That's justice. That's allowed.
That's Welsh justice.
I want to see pirate justice v Welsh justice.
This isn't just justice.
Yeah.
This is M&S Welsh justice.
It's double justice.
It is. Do you think we should stop talking bollocks now and tell the good people that are listening to this what we've got planned for?
Yeah, they got all excited thinking it's going to be something important, and it's not. It's just more condensed shit than usual.
Fair enough. But we're proud of the podcast.
Oh, dear.
Really thank you, all of you, for listening.
Yeah, there's even over the summer, the World Cup ones, they were getting 4,000 downloads, which is amazing because even I was bored listening to them. So well done, everyone, for sticking with it.
Yeah, well done. I had my break, apart from doing two. I'd like to thank everybody. The website is currently at 1.6 million hits for the year. Yep. So that's fantastic, isn't it?
Very, very good, yeah. Because we only started the website up when the last season began, I think. So it was about I think it was the end of July last year we started it. So it's been almost a year.
And we didn't even have a birthday for it.
Well, I did. I had a glass of Cinzano.
We're so hardcore, we don't do birthdays.
Didn't.
No, I had 128 spliffs, and that's just this week.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have Cinzano, actually. I had a cold can of not Dr. Pepper, Pepsi Max.
Hashtag real talk.
Oh, there you go.
Right, shall we, we'll get down to this then. On the 7th of August, our first big guest for the season is ex-Aston Villa and current Crawley manager, John Gregory.
Legend.
Yeah, I'd like some stats, please, on the fella.
Oh, he was manager of. He started out manager of Portsmouth, and then Plymouth, and then Wycombe Wanderers, which he made his name just after. Who was the Northern Martin O'Neill? And then he was manager of Aston Villa from 1998 to 2002. He signed the likes of Paul Merson, David James, Peter Schmeichel, Peter Crouch, Dion Dublin.
Stan Collymore.
And we're not sure whether he signed Stan Collymore, but he definitely managed him. And it's Raj who has managed to get Stan, because I think they know each other.
Isn't that Raj Patel 1809?
Yep, yeah, that's it, from the BSM. He doesn't always represent the BSM when he's with us. He's just good old Raj. No. But there will be times this season because he's one of the ones that's joined us full time.
Yeah, give that man a follow.
He's absolutely brilliant, but don't give him any grief because he doesn't take kindly to grief. But we think the most important thing there is he signed Paul Merson, not Raj, John Gregory. Yes. Signed Paul Merson, and there's some stories about he's scared of. They like to wind him up because he's scared of a certain part of Stan Collymore's body, which I'm not sure how much they're going to go into that, whether he will or not. But yeah, there was a lot of talk going around about that. Then he was manager of Derby. I think he went to Derby County when he. About a week after he left Villa, and Derby was still in the Premier League, and then he went down with those, and he was manager of QPR for about 5 minutes, which they had about 100 managers in a year, and then he was off managing in 2 clubs in Israel, and then he was doing another one in, I don't even know what country flag that one is.
Did he have
Kazakhstan.
Something to do with the England setup, under 21 or?
I think he may have had dabbled in it. Yeah, I didn't read about that bit, because I do vaguely remember him being linked with it. I think maybe when he was manager of Aston Villa, they might have linked him with him, but he's been manager of League One Crawley Town since December last year, and his current record is 29 games, 9 wins, 9 draws, 11 losses. But I was looking back at the Aston Villa managers' percent win ratio, 43%, and he had I always, when I play my football management games, I always do a John Gregory, as I like to call it. I get rid of all the foreign players, and I get in all English players, and he made a point of doing that. And I think up until, because there's all that big stat about Arsenal and Chelsea being the first teams to field an entire 11 of non-English players. I think when John Gregory was at Villa, he fielded an entire 11 of English players, and that was quite a feat back then. But yeah, he bought Steve Stone and Unsworth and the players. I'm not an Aston Villa fan, so I don't know. So I'm just trying to do this from memory. But yeah, I'm not sure how long he's going to be on. He's given us 20 minutes, but like most of them, they give us 20 minutes and then we have them forever.
Yes,
they don't want to leave.
No, hopefully not. On the 14th as well, we'll be talking all things Fanshow with long-time friend of the show, Tim Payton. I know there's a very interesting debate surrounding this, isn't there, Danny?
Certainly is, because we think that's the date that Raj has confirmed with. We can't remember whether Raj said he's confirmed all 2 or whether he's confirmed 1, but we're definitely going to have Tim on, and we're definitely going to be talking Fanshow at some point, because they can't buy any more shares. And so I know very little about it, so I'm not going to say too much, but I think maybe we've got 113 or 118 shares. They're the second or third biggest shareholder of Arsenal shares, and there's a lot. I'm not even going to attempt to talk about what's going on because I really don't know, but it's a lot of fans need to know what's going on and want to know, and I think Tim wants to maybe talk about it and Raj wants to talk about it. So yeah, they'll get on then. It'll be on sooner or later, but we think it's the 14th. That's what's written in the WhatsApp group anyway. Yeah.
And for all the people missing FK and Jeff, they're going to be with us as well for the start of the season for those couple of podcasts.
Yeah, the first, we've got all the new people who were Dom, Jason and Chris and Andrew and Raj himself. They're all the new ones that have joined the ABW 11, and so we're going to have the Jeff and FK are still going to be there. They're going to be on quite a few of the early ones because FK has been a busy man.
Yeah,
and so he's going to be with us, and that's going to be good. And he's arranging his own one, isn't he?
Yes, I know. He's got
a mover and a shaker. Is RFK?
He is. I know he's lining up 3 top journalists.
Yep.
And he's going to sit down and interview all 3 of them individually.
Yeah.
And then hopefully that's going to be going out on a podcast in around 2 weeks' time. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I think what we're going to do, I know the names of who he's got on, and I am delighted. I mean, it'd just be him talking to them, and I'll be doing the recording, but I won't be involved. And he will be asking for questions from the listeners at the time, but we're going to do all 3 interviews. Each one's going to be maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour. All 3 of them will go out as one single FK special podcast, Journo special, and then that will be released. So it won't be on the usual Thursday, Friday release. It's going to be maybe a weekend release, but that is, how FK gets on with the Journos. They love to speak to him and he loves speaking to them. So that's going to be a good one. So he's organised all of that lot.
Yeah, and he's going to be asking them. I know he wants to see their take on the spending this summer. I mean, hopefully we might even have a few new faces more in by then.
Hopefully, yeah, because we looks like, I was just talking to you earlier, I said it looks like Vermaelen is in extended talks with Man United going there, which will probably be a good thing because there's no point having a captain in the club if he doesn't play. We'll get half decent money for him. He's on decent wages. And then there's rumours that Santi's going to go, which I really hope aren't true. And then if they do go, and Podolski's been, I think someone said that we wanted Royce, and I think the tweet went, we've offered £40 million for Royce or £50 million in Podolski. So I thought that was a little bit mean of whoever tweeted that. But I hope Podolski doesn't go because that German core at the club I love to keep, and adding Khedira to that would just be absolutely brilliant. And then hopefully, because Dortmund won't sell too many of their stars, but hopefully maybe next season try and get Royce, which would be an absolute dream.
I think I read somewhere that he said that he wanted to stay for another season, but I think Dortmund might want to cash in on him.
It depends on how well they do in the Champions League.
Yes, because they are very much a club that are building again, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've bought Immobile, who was the top scorer in Serie A, and who was the other one they've bought? I can't remember.
No, but I know they've had in the last couple of seasons they've had Götze go, and they've also had Lewandowski go as well, haven't they? Looks like Royce may be out the door within the next couple of years. So I think they're doing things there. And they're just building like we have before, like many clubs do. Like Southampton are next season.
Dear.
But I'm not going to make a joke because I do genuinely feel for Southampton at this moment in time.
I did a thing from my own account where I went back and I had a look at all the players they had from last season and all the positions that they've gone and sold them in. And I'm just going to go and have a look at it now and try and find the picture of it. Here we go. It's they've sold. Oh, that picture's too small. They've sold their right back. Their centre back looks like he's going to Cardiff. The other centre back has gone to Liverpool. The left back has gone to Man United. The left winger Rodriguez might be going to Spurs. Then Schneidlin looks like he's off, and the right winger Lallana's gone to Liverpool. Lambert up front has gone to Liverpool, and Daniel Osvaldo looks like he might be off to Italy on loan.
Yeah.
So out of their best starting 11 last season, the goalkeeper has stayed, and one of the midfielders, which is the Wanyama, and that looks about it.
Thing is that, I mean, you have to admire the way they've stuck to their guns and got absolutely top dollar for each and every one of their players.
And lost their manager.
Yeah.
Thunder Thighs is in. Oh, what a player he was in his day.
What, you mean Coman?
Yeah, oh, he's fucking brilliant. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. He's absolutely brilliant. I mean, he was part of that Dutch team, which is very much like the current Belgian team, where you had 11 brilliant players, but didn't have a decent team. Yeah. But he was absolutely stunning. I remember watching live the game where he scored the free kick for Holland against England, where he should have been sent off before that, but I think
this is before my years.
This was early 90s.
Oh no, I would probably have only
93.
I would have been about 8.
I was up in a BRJ club in Huntingdon, which has now been knocked down.
I was pulling legs off daddy long legs.
You started early.
Just discovering pornography.
Yeah, shall I talk about the where your lovely money's gone, you beautiful listeners?
Yes, I think
I've been to a lovely 6-week holiday in the Caribbean. I've had a boob job and I've had hair implants. Oh no, that's wrong list.
When he said boob job, he means reduction.
Easy, Tiger. We've renewed the website hosting with my friend Carl, which is really, really good. Got a good deal on that. We've donated £50 towards Chris's Barbican Pirates. To help him get going. Loads of you have donated. He said some person from Sweden that listens to the podcast, who he doesn't even know, sent him 50 quid and said, I just love the work that the podcast does. So it was Chris's idea to have the podcast put on the front of his shirts, because even at that low level of football, he needed to raise best part of £2,000, either just over or just under. Pitch fees, insurance, and then he had to go on a first aid course, and then all the kits and everything. It's just an app. You wouldn't believe it. You think, oh, that such low league football, basic football, as grassroots you can get, you think, oh, you just turn up and play. It's not. It costs thousands to do it. So we've given him 50 quid towards that, and maybe if we have any left over, we might chuck him a few more quid, because the shirts have got the ABW, and then it's got an Arsenal podcast underneath. So you can have a look at any of our tweets. We often retweet it. You can actually go and buy the shirts, and I think he is making £2 or £3 profit per shirt, which isn't really a lot of, for the hassle he's had to go through getting it done and all that lot. He's not really making much money, but he said every little bit helps. So we give 50 quid to them. We'll have a SoundCloud account. We already have an account, but it's only the free account. We'll have the SoundCloud version of the podcast up every single week from the first podcast next Thursday. So that'll be out next Thursday or Friday. So that's going to be done. That's best part of £100 per season. The bumper sticker competition. If you were the person out there who said you work for the bumper sticker company and you could get us a really good deal on the bumper stickers, can you let us know? Because I've been through the messages and I cannot find the message you sent me, because you reckoned you could get them for half the price. I think you said about 90p each rather than about £1.80 each. So if you can do that, we'd like to get these going for the season to do our bumper sticker competition, which is going to be a great laugh and maybe get us in no end of trouble. And then if we have any money left over after that lot, we're going to get Gimli a Brazilian.
Is that a woman?
No, it's they're going to chain you down and trim back some of your ginger fluff.
Oh no, I bicked it all the other day. Dry as well. Yeah, it's just starting to come through.
Oh, you could hear the grating sounds from 100 miles in any direction.
I tell you, Danny, I can't put on a pair of apple catchers without it feeling like Velcro.
Oh dear, that's not good. I
think we should also talk about some of the other guests we've got coming on, not just this month. But this season. One
of whom was on Channel 4 tonight. The singer takes it all.
Was he? Who's that?
Rob Beckett.
Oh, was he really?
And he's noticed since he's agreed to come on our podcast, every other TV show want him, and he was on there with Pixie Lott and Alan Carr, and he was brilliant. He's a cheesy, cheeky monkey. If he manages, now that he's really busy, if he still manages to get us in his schedule, it is going to be a great podcast. He's so funny.
We are trading DMs with him from the podcast account, trying to work out a date. We did try to get him for the end of last season or over the summer, but unfortunately we just couldn't really manage it just because he was so busy. Another one that I feel we should mention is probably Matt Lucas.
Yes.
He's agreed to come on. Again, another one that is so busy, but we've worked really, really hard to get him to the point where he said he will be on. He's doing. I know he's filming some kind of a show at the moment, and it's taken a lot of hours out of his day. So as soon as that's done, he's assured us that he will be on the show. And at the moment, just to whet the appetite, that I think that's all we're going to give you. But there is 3 or 4 more guests around that kind of standard that you can expect to have on this season, and that's just ones that we haven't even booked yet, isn't it, as well?
And I was just talking to someone on one of the people that we kind of personally know, and he was saying he's mates with Stuart Robson. And I said, I agree with a lot of stuff Stuart Robson says. And I said, if you want to get Stuart Robson to try and come on our podcast, he's more than welcome to come on. That'd be fireworks. I mean, I'd be in his side for a lot of what he says. But he's been very quiet now that we're buying all the players. Even that you spend, we spend thing, that's been cancelled, hasn't it?
Yeah, and that's come out today. I know Mo's got a lot of grief from people that have actually said, I admire what you did. You know, I think Gav said on a podcast last season, anyone who wants to stick their head above the parapet and actually try and make a difference, I don't think these are the type of people that you can berate or even say anything negative about. However, there has been a little bit of criticism saying that it was a good idea, just failed to get off the ground. But I'm sure we'll talk about that.
Yeah, Mo's a lovely bloke. I spoke to him via messages a few times and I tweeted him. And I think messages and tweeting are the same thing, aren't they? Not direct messages. There again, I don't know. Yeah, so at least they tried. It's better than just sitting there complaining. They got off their arse and tried to get something done. And Gav, people are asking why Gav isn't here around. He's a busy family man, and he's doing all of his wonderful She-War merchandise, which we all regularly retweet from all of our accounts. And has he chucked you anything free yet? Because I've not had a sausage.
No.
You not had a She-War sausage?
No, not even half a cufflink.
No.
No.
Damn. But he does sell some quality schmutz, so he's busy doing all of that lot, and he's a family man, and he runs the Facebook and the Twitter and all that other stuff. But he said he'll definitely come on in the new season and be like a guest and do a few podcasts. We do miss him, but so don't worry, he'll be there. So there's no other stuff. Is there any other stuff we've got to cover?
There's one more thing that we should talk about, which will be coming up very shortly, isn't there? And you don't know what it is, do you? You haven't got a Scooby.
No, I'm watching Sky News at the moment and looking at pictures of Matt Lucas on the goggle.
Transfer Deadline Day podcast.
I might as well cancel that. It's all been done, isn't it?
No, don't be stupid.
We're not going to do one every hour on the hour, because last time we do one at 12 o'clock. By the time we got everyone on and recorded and done, it was 12:30, 15 minutes to upload, and then I'd get 10 minutes to go and have a wee and a cup of coffee, and then we'd have to start again. So do that 11 times in a day. So I said never again. Literally,
right, the last time we did it, I remember...
The last September one, not the January one, because that one was just... was pointless.
Because my internet was out, wasn't it? And I was waiting for the guy from BT to come and connect the Wi-Fi up, because we just moved into our new house.
Yeah, the new mansion, the Gimli mansions.
The new castle.
Yeah, how is the underground car park and swimming pool?
It's all right. It's just a lot of maintenance work, isn't it?
Those sharks, they're very moody sharks.
No, sperm whales I've put in them.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, just to make sure you don't get a Sharknado. That's what you've got to be careful of.
Jump in, you'll be pregnant.
Oh, Jesus, you don't need that. Go on, what's this about the transfer window?
I think that we should let everybody know that we are going to attempt another Transfer Deadline Day podcast. Not to the extent that we did last year, but maybe every couple of hours, as in updates. I know last January we got to about 8 o'clock and just thought bollocks to it.
But that one we did last September, between the 11 podcasts, and people go, oh, you can't add it all up and then do that. But we got nearly 30,000 downloads of those podcasts. That was absolutely amazing. And but that also knackered our iTunes account, because we were submitting a new iTunes every hour. And so that's why next time they'll be live on the site, or not live, it'll be uploaded instantly to the site, but there'll only be one on iTunes and one on SoundCloud, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So have we got anybody lined up? I think maybe other Jeff. I think maybe he might make an appearance, because he's doing wonderful blogs for us. He's a lovely, lovely man.
He is.
I want to hug him. I want to give him a big squeeze. And then we've got other Jeff, and then we've got other Jeff. And then I think
David Hillier.
Oh, Hillier, yeah, he's joined us. He's going to be doing, is it once a month he's going to be doing?
Yeah, once a month.
And a blog?
And a blog.
Yeah, he's never done blogs before. So he's done one so far, and that's a bit passionate. getting to the point, getting himself in there and getting it done.
This was only supposed to be 5 minutes.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they said that at 2 o'clock, and it's been 2.5 hours.
I know.
I've had my legs crossed for an hour and a half for that. It's not a pretty sight.
I know. My missus has got the heating on. I'm sweating like Jimmy Savile in Mothercare.
Now then, behave yourself.
We should wrap this up then.
Yeah. So you got no more any bits? Once this finishes, we're going to go. Oh, shit, we didn't mention that, did we?
So the chances are there'll just be another minute podcast. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be doing this as well.
PPS, then PPPPPPS. Yeah,
if people are listening to this in bed, they've already fallen asleep by now, so I think we should just go too.
Or do what they do at the end of the Wittertainment Radio 5 one, which is Simon Mayo and Mark Commode, where they wait and they leave it 3 or 4 minutes of quietness, and then they go, "Are you still listening?" And it freaks people out because they have it on when they're jogging and stuff and driving. They haven't got to turn it off, and it woke me up when they did it to me the first time.
I think it should just be you going, "I love you."
There you go. That's one to cut and paste and use as your ringtone. Gimli saying he loves you.
I love them all.
Individually.
Right.
Yes.
We will wrap this up then. So that was a Bergkamp Wonderland podcast. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in about a week. Good night.
No, cheeky monkeys. See that? No fucker interrupted me this time. It's only you and me.
Yeah, we always get fucking interrupted.
Bastards. Right, I shall press stop.